I get asked a lot, why are you vegan? And the short answer is because I love animals. But at the end of the day, I know that it's better for my health, the environment, the animals, and my peace of mind. I've been vegan for 2 years now, and not until recently have I had a moment to look at the gravity of that decision. I've had the opportunity to sit down and interact with them. Their kind eyes, docile behavior, seeing them in small pens and locked up made me want to do more. And that's what this story is really about. I wanted to educate and have people who might not even think twice about their food and where it comes from see what's at stake. There is a great documentary that I've watched at the beginning of my switch to a plant-based and cruelty-free lifestyle called What the Health. The film essentially exposes certain big-name corporations that suggest they look out for people while promoting diets and meal plans to them that would aggravate certain diseases rather than prevent or eradicate them. The images and interviews were compelling to me, so with further research, I stripped red meat from my diet. In 2022, it was reported that 50 billion animals, including cows, pigs, chickens, turkeys, sheep, and fish, were slaughtered to keep up with the human appetite for animal flesh in the United States alone. The consumption of meat, however, isn't even the biggest problem when it comes to the climate crisis. A big contributor to the problem is the industry of factory farms. The connection between the animal slaughter industry and the climate is a deep dive into the effects it has on not just the air, but land and water. Raising animals as a source of food has had a severe effect on the planet, causing deforestation, which is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. A shift in our dietary consumption could be a major component to helping bring down food-related climate emissions. Globally, animal agriculture has contributed 16.5% of greenhouse gas pollution. By not eating meat, one could help bring down this number significantly. Since we live in a society that has normalized eating animals for nourishment, the industry has had to do what they can to keep up with the demand. Sonia Faruqi, an animal advocate and author of Project Animal Farm, discusses in a podcast with ProPublica the treatment of animals, specifically chickens. After going to Ground Zero and experiencing what it was like to visit a chicken farm, she concluded that the treatment of these animals was inhumane. She was informed that the chickens were fed antibiotics with every meal in order to have them grow bigger, but in doing so, they create an immunity to these antibiotics when they become ill. In the podcast, she goes on to discuss her frustration about the lack of awareness that people have about how their meat ends up on the shelves at their grocery stores. She goes on to describe the factory farms and their direct correlation with the pollution in rivers and streams in the US, going on to state that the pollution that these factory farms emit are far more harmful to the environment than all of the world's transportation combined. After having the opportunity to visit some animal farms, the experience pushed me even further into my plant-based lifestyle. Being able to spend time admiring them and their beauty close up allowed me to have an even deeper respect for them and their lives. I want to urge education to the public. Consider an alternative to your current approach to food. I want to promote going into the grocery stores with even more of a conscious mind about what you are buying. Even considering a few new options for everyday products like makeup, hygiene, clothing, and even furniture can be cruelty-free. Cows, pigs, lambs, chickens are no different than your furry friends at home. Do it for your dog, your cat, your family, yourself. Give a voice to those who don't.